there has never been an exciting time of being a risk manager than now. This is because the future that we've always been predicting is now. Those trends that we've actually been monitoring, they have become a reality. The risks that we have been identifying and monitoring and talking about have actually materialized. We have landed into the new normal. Welcome to the future. Very warm greetings to each and every one of you, whether you are joining us virtually or in person, locally or globally, we greet you. And also special greetings and gratitude to our speakers, sponsors, partners, the IRMSA team, and mostly our VIPs, which is our members. You know, the reason why I am so excited about being a risk manager in this day and age, it is because we are witnessing and we're also the part of the transformation. We're part of the evolution and we're part of the new normal. We are living in an era where the whole world is actually interconnected and interrelated. The risks and disruptions that we are seeing, they actually trigger each other. Let us take, for instance, what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. What seemed to be their issue is now impacting us directly in our operations at the organizational level. Why I'm saying that is because we're facing quite some few, or there's rather quite some few risks that are impacted by what is happening there. We're actually seeing a devastating cost of a human cost rather. There's an impact on energy, on cyber, on supply chain, on food security, and also the market volatility, and even the price inflation. We have actually, as risk managers, have moved beyond what we used to call cross-functional. We are actually now talking about the interconnectedness of risks at the organizational level, country level, industry level, and actually a continental and also global level. We actually also a part of the great acceleration in the use of technology, the digitization, the new forms of working. Actually, I was listening to Dion Chen, and he was saying that we are actually at the verge of what he calls workforce revolution. Bringing it closer to home, our fraternity, it is actually transforming immensely. We have moved from being at the back, and in some cases even called the back office, to being in the forefront of our organizations. We are now the ones that first tell our organizations what lies ahead. We help them prepare for what could potentially be coming. We help them navigate through materialization of what we have been warning them about. We accelerate them out of disruption, and ultimately we launch them into the new reality. We are in the forefront of building resilience muscles for our organizations. We are definitely recrafting risk management to look beyond strategy and performance, but to also look at resilience. We are actually leading into the future while we're navigating through the volatile and multifaceted and complex environment. We are the forerunners that bring hindsight, insight, and foresight. You know what? I actually sometimes wonder, really, if should we really still be called the risk managers, or we should now be called the risk leaders? And the reason why I'm saying that is because we are actually leading the organizations through the uncertainty. We're actually leading our organizations to invest early, to sense early, to respond immediately, to pivot, to accelerate out of the disruption while we are actually preparing them for the next. It's a thought. Our new reality actually is such that we will continue experiencing more shocks to the system. We'll be actually also experiencing risks increasing in volatility and also in the severity and also in the frequency. We will continue to face extreme uncertainties and disruptions. That is why then the theme of this year's conference is Level Up. We're breaking out of our comfort zone. We're leveling up to understand our reality, leveling up to understand our scenarios and the risk events that might play out. We want to influence them by driving the agent, integrated and decisive actions with the understanding that the next new or the next risk event that will materialize will be dependent on what we are actually doing. We are leveling up to look beyond just risks, but the agency in the implementation and execution of the risk responses to these potential risk events that we are actually talking about, because inaction is becoming more costly actually than prevention. We understand that in as much as these risks are actually interconnected, as I have just mentioned now, so should be the mitigations and the responses to them. We can never do them in silo. As I've always been saying, some risks, they can't be mitigated through competition, but through collaboration and partnerships. Uncertainty breeds infinite possibilities because when nothing is certain, anything is possible. So we are leveling up to seize opportunities and possibilities that are brought about these risk events that we are actually talking about. We're tapping into the new technologies, into the big data, the automation, the digitalization. We're leveraging up on the progress that we have made already. We're bringing to the fore the lessons that have been learned from the previous disruptions and events. Because the fact of the matter is, most of these risks, if not all, they're actually repeating themselves. And because they're repeating themselves, then it means that there are lessons that we can actually learn from this. We need to bring that to the fore. We need to step up and step into the scenarios and to the simulations as well, so that we inform the way that we identify our risks. But mostly, we need to level up and build that resilience muscle for our organizations, our industries, and our country. But doing all of this, I just want to say, level up and don't forget to take care of yourself. Give yourself permission to just unplug, and spend time with yourself and also with your loved ones. Because the fact of the matter is, you cannot serve from an empty cup. You need to always fill up your cup. So during the conference, we will be indulging in the feast of knowledge and the experience from our expert speakers. Our focus is going to be on leadership, on risk, strategy, resilience, SMMEs, Africa, people, and education. You know what? We've got over 50 presentations that we have prepared just for you. And we've got over 20 dedicated streams and panel discussions. For sure, this could not have been made possible if we did not have a dedicated and a hardworking team, the IRMSA team, each and every one of you under the leadership of our CEO, Pat. This also would not have been possible if it wasn't for our main sponsor, which is MASH, our gold sponsors, which is Cura and LexisNexis, our partners, BMW, Four Ways, the Cover Magazine, and Clue Up. Also our silver sponsors, ABMI and Banau. Mostly our members, because without each one of you, there is no IRMSA. That is just a fact. So big thanks and gratitude to all of you, including the IRMSA board, the subcommittees, and the working committees as well. And in closing, as we continue to evolve, we continue to step up and level up. We continue to learn and grow. And I just want to leave you with this quote from Alvin Toffler, who said, "The illiterate of the 21st century won't be those that can't read or write, but it will be those that cannot unlearn, learn, and relearn." Enjoy the conference, and don't forget to level up.